All right, welcome back to House of Prep. We're going to talk about some Keystone meats and some other things. But yeah, I've pulled up online. I've checked Walmart.com because they'll ship it to you, or if they're at your stores, they'll reserve it, or you can go do the pickups. They can deliver, they can ship, and they are out of stock of the Keystone ground beef. So then I checked Amazon. Now, I might as well say it's out of stock because one can of these is averaging about $25. Could you believe that? 20, 25 bucks for just one of the large cans. And that's just, to me, is insane. Amazon, definitely a ripoff. Stay away from these cans on Amazon. So then I went to the Keystone website. And okay, so that's a good place to also, they'll ship them to you and for a reasonable price. And they're out of stock of the ground beef. Now, I did a video like this a few months ago, same scenario. So we're kind of, seems like we finally kind of get things going again, maybe getting restocked again, and we dip right back down and running into shortages, things that are hard to find. And this particular one, we call the ground beef of the Keystone, the mystical unicorn, the elusive unicorn, the one that's so hard to find. Even in local stores, a lot of places I know here locally, I cannot buy the ground beef ever in my local stores. Just they don't have them. Some people don't have the Keystone brand whatsoever in your local stores. In my local stores, I usually can find the beef, which is the shredded beef, which I have some of that too. Now this, I've been able to find online. They do still have beef. I think Walmart.com might still have some. And also at the Keystone website, they still have the beef. It's more of the shredded beef like that. But like I said, the ground beef. So if your local stores, some of you guys still have these in your local stores. And I know prices have gone up slightly on some of these. But if you're still able to get a hold of these, grab them now while you can, because they're still going. Now, some of you are going to see the date on here. You're going to be like, well, what's the date that you wrote on here? That's the Best Buy. Now, again, just that's when they say is the Best Buy. It'll probably go longer than that. One of the reasons I really like these Keystones is because they have a 5-year dated life as far as the Best Buy dates. So if I get 5 to 10 years out of a can of these, man, I'm good to go. So beef, they still have in stock. Now, this is the 28-ounce cans that I'm talking about, which is almost 2 pounds. Okay, it's about 1 3/4 pounds, I believe. So if you're finding these for $8 or $9, that's still, a halfway decent price. So you're getting a couple pounds of meat. What it is it's just in water, and it's no water added. It's the water that's produced, when they cook these. And it's fully cooked, no preservatives. It's got some sea salt in here. Just beef and sea salt. That's it. That's the ingredients. So just a real good prep item. This will feed a whole bunch. Now, they do make the smaller cans as well, which are more like around the 14 ounces, I believe. But I like the bigger cans. It's just, open this up, and if you've got, 3-4 people, you can really go good with that. Now, turkey, I've seen, chicken. Chicken's still readily available. You can find that. The turkey's ready available. You got plenty of turkey. Also the pork. I've been able to find the pork. So try to get as many of these as you can. If you haven't had these before, get one before you purchase one. Make sure you like it. I recommend that to everybody. Don't just grab stuff to stock up and then you realize later no one in your house wants it or likes it, and so now you're stuck with a whole truckload of an item that you rolled your dice on. Look, canning's still an option for many of you, and I'm not knocking canning. I actually have a few of these pallet, because these have been hard to find sometimes, or finding the lids. So I actually have jars still. Now you say, Mr. Jerry, have you started canning yet? No, I have not. This is my canning as of right now. It's easy peasy. Again, I know when you start going shopping, if you're able to find ground beef on sale, again, prices have still gone up. But to get a couple pounds of meat already canned, already jarred, I don't have to purchase the jar for what's in here. I don't have to purchase the new lids for what I already have prepped here. I didn't have to run any electricity to prep these. These you will have to run some electricity in your canner. And then time. When I had a whole box of these shipped, now I know some people say that my cans get dented and you're going to run the risk. You know, I have a slight dent on this one, very slight. But you run the risk of getting them all beat up to snot. But having a whole bunch of these shipped to me, it didn't take me much time. Where if I do a canning project, I'm going to have to invest time into that. So for the price of about $8 that I think I spent on my ground beef at the time that I got them, an $8 investment for a couple pounds of meat, ready to go, didn't have to buy that. To me, that was a good deal. It saved my time. That's why I personally focus on that. Now, when this becomes totally can't buy it anymore, can't find it anymore, I'm going to begin the canning process as a plan B. So slowly kind of getting that set up. And I know a lot of you have success with that. And I recommend that. So also along with prepping these things, there's other items that you should kind of prep to stretch this out. So if you're tapping into your prep, something hits the fan, having a bunch of beans, I don't care if they're, the bag beans, or if you want to go ahead and make it easy peasy, get you some canned beans. You get as many of these, stack them up, and they've already got the water in here, so you don't have to add water. You just heat it up and it's ready to go. Again, it'll save you the time, especially in an emergency situation. It'll help stretch out your meats. Also, getting big bags of rice. And this is one that I can carry and hold in front of the camera. This is a 10-pound bag. They make them in the 50 or, I don't know, whatever size you want to go with. You can fill up 5-gallon buckets with Mylar bags, oxygen absorbers. Look, you can stack rice up very inexpensive. And wow, the rice would make all this stretch out all of your cans. I mean, you have cans and cans and cans, and you can just prep them. You can just prep everything. And you can just stack it all up, and you can stretch it out. Get some cans of potatoes. Now, I grow my own potatoes. Good, you're good to go. But if you're looking for something long-term or in the wintertime, or maybe your crops didn't come in, having some backup potatoes, you can throw some of this, the beef, and, cans of beef. Throw them in a crock pot or throw them in your big pot. Maybe you're using propane, a camp out or something. You got potatoes. And then get your veggies and, side items, green beans, peas, asparagus, spinach, whatever your fancy is. Carrots, you can throw the carrots in with the potatoes, with the beef. Super inexpensive, 50 cents a can for a can of veggies already in water, especially if water becomes scarce and you're constantly have to filter water or constantly have to boil water. Having stuff that already has water in it is just another bonus. That's a side bonus. You don't have to add water. And that'll stretch out your water supplies. You don't even have to worry about that. So, look, I hope you guys are doing well. Just wanted to give an update for things that I see as you're out buying things. So jump in the comments. Let me know maybe some things you're struggling with trying to find online and things, and tell me what you think about the Keystone. If you've never tried it before, look, it's just kind of a fan favorite. I know other prepper channels sometimes talk about the Keystone meats. We do here as well. We have a lot of subscribers here that love stocking up Keystone meats. So it's warranted a video to talk about it. So I hope you guys having a good time out there. Keep prepping, and I will talk to you guys later.